Hey guys and gals, it's Tripl-L, and today bringing you an update on the Fire Emblem Heroes, the next special heroes that are popping up for Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game. So guys, I previously did a update video when we first got the teaser image, and in this video that they put up yesterday, we finally got to see which heroes are getting the special bridal makeovers and which ones we're going to be getting for the game. Now, when I made the initial video, I said that there was one character that I didn't think would get to be in it, even though there was enough, how do I say it, there was an image that was going around, I think it was from the trading card game, and I said, oh, you know, it could be her, but like, why would they put her in right now? But as it turned out, they did, and that character was Charlotte. I just felt like I had to say it. She's in the game, she's going to be a bride. It's actually pretty funny how that worked out. But anyway, guys, for this video, I'm just going to walk through the characters that have gotten their bridal makeovers, and then maybe talk a little bit about the skills that they're getting, just to fill up the video just a little bit more. I am not that big of a arena player in Fire Emblem Heroes. I play mostly for the PvE. That said, I am aware of the meta and I am aware of some of the skills and what kind of builds people tend towards when it comes to maximizing their characters. So I'll give a little bit of my input, and it's coming from a free-to-play player. So those are the kind of thoughts that you're going to be seeing bounced around in this video. So let's just get into it. I'm not going to show the whole video because Nintendo copyrights like hard. So if you want to check out the official video, link is down below. It'll be there. Anyway, let's get into this. And apologies for butchering any of the names. If you guys know the pronunciation, just let me know down below. Anyway, first off, Sita, I want to call her Sita. Anyway, so this is what she's got packing in her arsenal. She's got Blessed Bouquet. Its special effect is that it will grant units that are in the vicinity of Sita to have defense and resistance +2 until, you know, the general next turn. So this is kind of like the light breath weapon. It really works, I guess, if you're a player that happens to bunch their characters together. Otherwise, it becomes a very situational skill, at least in my experience. Other skill, and the one that I think is kind of interesting, is that she gets a skill of attack and resistance +2. Now that's pretty interesting. That's the first time I've seen the split like that. Usually it's just attack or just resistance by itself. But that's going to be pretty interesting to see what her base stats are and whether or not having that attack and resistance +2 makes anything better for the character. I could very easily see some people deciding that they want to move this across to other people. That said, it's only a +2 benefit, and when you compare it to the current skills available, like if you look at Death Blow gives you more in terms of attack, Fury gives you more in terms of attack, Life and Death gives you more in terms of attack. It's really a trade-off situation, but it's pretty interesting that this is a skill that buffs two things at once. And then we get Hone Speed 3. I am a big fan of Hone Speed 3. It works on some characters. The game is ultimately very speed based because of the fact that characters can double you very easily. The thing is, by this point, a lot of people have Hone Speeds. So for Sita, it'll be really interesting to see whether or not someone comes up with a better configuration for her, dependent on what kind of stats she has. Regardless, because of the Blessed Bouquet and the Hone Speed 3, it seems that she's designed to be just a generally helpful character. And now, freaking Charlotte. Okay, so looking at her first bite, it looks like it's effectively almost the same as Sita's primary weapon. The only thing here is that this one is one range versus Sita's, which was a ranged weapon, and because of that, this one also has a bit of a higher attack. So Charlotte, sticking to what she knows, she's staying a melee unit. She's got a support skill of Smite. Pretty interesting. Smite, I don't know if it's being used competitively in the arena, but I do know that Smite is the kind of skill that I use every now and again when I need to get through a weird map configuration or maybe on the Grand Hero battles. It's a very situational skill. There's other things that you could put in on her, probably one of the rallies. Then she gets Wind Boost 3. Now this is the first time I've seen this particular skill. If your character is healthier than the other character, so if you manage your HP pretty well, the unit will get +6 speed during combat. Now the +6 speed, that's a lot. It's a sizable amount, but the problem here is we don't know their base stats. At least I'm not aware of their base stats. If Charlotte has like a Sophia tier of speed, if she's like in the bottom 10 when it comes to her base stat speed, then this skill is really just making a horrible situation bad. So, you know, it looks really good on paper and it feels really good, but it really depends on the base speed. But that said, there's a pretty unique condition here, that to have at least 3 more HP than your enemy. And then the thing is, like right now we have a similar move that boosts speed during battle. I mean, Darting Blow. What's really interesting here is that Darting Blow in particular only triggers during your turn. If you're being attacked, Darting Blow is off. But Wind Boost 3, it seems like this will happen regardless of whose turn it is. So if you're attacked by your enemy, you're still going to maintain that speed +6 during combat. Because again, it doesn't specify who has to initiate combat. So this might be for all combats. Which, in my eyes, I think this makes it a lot more useful than Darting Blow and Swift Sparrow. Like, well, Swift Sparrow is an attack and speed based boost. So, you know what? I think it's a bit more useful. If you are a defensive player and you need to put on speed, if you need your character to have a bit more speed, I think Wind Boost 3 is going to be a lot better. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if Charlotte's going to be the only one to have this particular skill. And then she has Threat and Attack 3. Ultimately, it looks like Charlotte is going to get in there. She's going to hit hard, and then she's going to make sure that people can't hit her hard. That seems to be what's going on, because even Wind Boost 3, the point is, if she's getting a +6 bonus, maybe it's preventing people from doubling her. Now we've got Cordelia. Let's check what she's got going on. Cupid's arrow maintains the theme of the defense and resistance increase for surrounding allies. It's just now we've got one that's specifically made to also take down flyers, because it's a bow and arrow set. Next, she has rally, attack, and speed. That one's pretty interesting. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good buffer skill. The trade-off that it has versus a pure rally attack or a pure rally speed is that instead of +4, it's a +3. That said, if you're running one of the blade tomes, you're effectively getting +6 extra damage from one move. So that's pretty cool if you're running that particular set. If you're running a set that just needs a character to have a lot of buffs on them, pretty cool. Then she has Escape Route 3, that's pretty reminiscent of the flyers or the mounted units, so that's pretty cool. But that one depends on what kind of player you are. And then she has Breath of Life 3. I don't see that skill used very often. It's a skill that's definitely going to need people surrounding Cordelia. And when it comes to that kind of situation, it depends. It depends on how many characters you like to keep around one central character. I usually have characters paired up, but even then, the return to having just 7 HP recovered versus having a +4 to speed or something, it's a compromise. Then we have Lynn. Okay, I'm probably going to try my best to pull for Lynn, because I really like Lynn. Anyway, let's check out what she's got. She's got Candlelight, probably the weakest of all the attacks that we've seen so far. And it's interesting it's not Candlelight Plus. But anyway, it says, after combat, foe inflicted with status preventing them from counterattacking. Huh. After combat. After combat. So, does that mean that she's not going to... Does that mean that they can still counterattack when Lynn attacks them first, but then after that, every subsequent person who tackles them, it can... Okay, that's a really interesting little one. We'll have to see how it plays in the game, but I'm pretty sure it's... She'll attack, they can still counterattack on that turn that she attacks, but after that, once the battle is resolved, anyone else who goes up to attack the enemy, that enemy is now inert. He can't attack anyone back. So it's another supportive one. It's a supportive move for sure. Then she's got Rehabilitate. Yeah, actually that seems to be what it is, because now that I'm looking at her set, it's totally a healer set. That's interesting. That's a really interesting little set. So after that, she has the Swift Wind Bomb. Just give allies +4, whatever. We have a character that could do that. And then we have Dazzling Staff 3. The enemy cannot counterattack. Okay, so never mind. Candlelight, she can just attack them, and then she can screw them for the rest of the turn. Okay, great, awesome. That seems pretty cool. That's a pretty neat little thing for a healer set. It's gonna be really interesting to see where exactly Lynn's ends up on that set. Okay, yeah, you know what, guys? This seems like a pretty interesting set. I'm actually gonna be... I hope that Lynn comes packing high attack, because the hilarity of seeing a healer attack a Takumi would just be excellent. Yeah, frick, that's pretty cool. Alright, guys, that's the end of it. Those are the 4 characters that are getting their thing, their bridal costumes. Are you gonna be pulling for them? What do you think? I think there's a few skills here that, at the very least, if you don't want the characters, like maybe you would want to get the skills anyway. But when you're fighting at 5% chance, or sorry, it's like 2.5% chance, oh, it's going to be an interesting time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great day. These characters are going to be out, I think, tomorrow or the day after. And they're going to be out on May 31st or June 1st. Anyways, till next time, hope you have a nice day.